Discord's journey through good old death. Now we all know what death is. See, death is when you die. Death, per example of death is like when you spend years missing, playing your favorite, game, SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. You haven't played that game for years, but then you find the game hiding in one of those cases that you haven't opened in years. You find it and you're so happy. You pop the game in and you realize it doesn't even work. So naturally you cry for 3 hours straight. Now, if you don't know what this Discord's journey through death is, let me do a quick little rundown. Basically, Discord is just a straight up corpse, and it's like a comic series, but they kind of adapted it into like an audio drama, which honestly is kind of cool. And basically, it's a midquill. If you haven't seen The Last Adventure, then you're not going to understand this adventure, and you're not going to understand this thing that I have going on in this video right now. So, like, watch Last Adventure, watch this, and then you'll understand everything. But basically, The Last Adventure, for the finale, they had, like, this kind of split in between two endings, and where either Discord dies and he is able to come back to life, or Discord just straight up dies. And that's going to be important to note for later in this video. But Last Adventure was created by Vika, and the Discord's Journey Through Death was created by the FV guy. Just watch both, please. Just do it, man. They're great watches. However, Discord's Journey Through Death isn't actually finished yet. At the time of this video, there are only two episodes out, and there's going to be 3 episodes, I believe. There's only 2 episodes yet, but would you look at that? I came up with a theory. Insert MatPat joke here. So, how did this come to be? How did I eventually, just spend my time coming up with a theory? Well, of course, I do reaction videos, so obviously I reacted to both The Last Adventure and Discord's Journey Through Death. And Edward, and the creator of Discord's Journey Through Death, the FV guy and the editor for audio and voices, Edward, they comment on my video, be like, "Sup, hey, how you doing? Great video, but Edward's just like, good video, but imagine being locked in a room with yourself. You might just discover things about yourself you really don't like. Also, be careful what you wish for. Pop." Okay, wait a minute, and then you have the creator just popping in and be like, oh, by the way, did those paintings seem odd to you? Looked a little bit strange. I'm like, wait a minute, is there lore here? Is there lore? Oh my god, hold on a minute. So then my brain went to work, and I got very intrigued. I'm just like, wait a minute. So there's lore here. There is something underneath. So what did I do? I made a gosh dang theory. Of course there's going to be spoilers. If you didn't know there were going to be spoilers, then frankly you're just kind of stupid. So let us dive into this journey, not past death, but through the amount of connections, themes, and theories I have found. I really wish I had something witty and smart to say something here, but, and what I really am saying right now doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but hey, what fun is there in making sense? Oh man, I love saying that so much. So here we have the first painting I want to kind of explain in its crusty glory. But this one requires a little bit of a background explanation. So, in the first episode, in the Last Adventure, of course, Discord sacrifices himself and literally dies, loses his immortality, and, meets death for the first time. And he just, he's walking up to death and they're like, hey, listen, I know I just died, but, could you, maybe give me another chance at living? And after some talking, death is just like, all right, fine. You know what? Fine. If you can prove to me that you can live again, without immortality, then fine, I'll give you life again. So I'm like, okay. So, knowing this, Discord does have a chance at becoming alive again. But when you look at this picture, what do you see? You see Fluttershy mourning over the death of somebody. So, like, why? Exactly why? Why is Fluttershy just mourning over it? Wouldn't this not happen, since if we're really leaning towards Discord making it out of death, actually becoming alive again, wouldn't this be the exact thing that we would have avoided? I feel like this really is the first real hint, or not real hint, first real hint, but this is the first hint I kind of saw. I'm just like, wait a minute. I think this is hinting out that Discord just straight up pieced out of life forever. That he did not actually he did not actually get through death. Now, you also may be wondering, okay, how do you know that's Discord's grave? I'll get to that. I will get to that. Just you wait. But there are two other options that I thought of that could possibly be the creatures that's in the grave. But after some thinking, I kind of debunked those, so Discord for me was the only one that really made sense. But again, we'll get to that, don't you worry. See, now we have the next one. Just a crusty little cocoon. Now, what do we know about cocoons? Well, cocoon. Cocoon to butterfly. But butterfly to Fluttershy. Oh my god! Yes. So, unbelievably so, the cocoon is connected to Fluttershy. How could I have known? But anyway, cocoons, you have the caterpillar, kind of encases himself in a cocoon. He just kind of just stays in its little pod until it becomes a butterfly. And to me, I kind of interpret this as, like, when Discord, like, going by the logic that Discord did actually just, like, really die, that he did not make it out, he did not become alive again, that Fluttershy kind of shut everybody out and, like, kind of encased herself in this kind of shell and reverted back to her shy self and just did not want to interact with anybody, Something that would usually happen to somebody who's depressed when, somebody dies in their family. It makes sense. So here we have the next one, where Discord is just, straight up chained to Fluttershy. Fluttershy is just carrying a dead corpse wherever she goes. No, I'm kidding. Like, Discord it looks like this weird tangled up mass just sitting on the back of Fluttershy. He's smiling. He's just looking evil. He's looking menacing. And Fluttershy is just tired. Her hair is unkept, and she's just not feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. It looks like almost like a parasitic relationship. That Discord is like mooching off of Fluttershy, just kind of sucking the blood. That sounds weird. But hear me out, just sucking the blood out of Fluttershy, while Fluttershy just has to deal with it. This is not a good relationship. They just aren't happy together. But, like, as the other two paintings would suggest, why? But isn't this supposed to be leaning towards Fluttershy and Discord being in a happy relationship? And here we have the next one. A tornado. Really? A tornado? What do you... Are you kidding me? A tornado. Really? So, no, I kind of have, like, two kind of theories for this. One is that tornado caused some sort of accident. Now, I don't have any evidence to support this, like, at all, so I kind of just chuck that theory out the window. Two, so I searched up on Google what tornadoes could represent. Sounds like a mistake, yes, but, like, apparently tornadoes can represent emotional struggle or anxiety. So I'm like, okay, so obviously Discord, has kind of like an emotional struggle or kind of like anxiety towards Fluttershy, just a little bit, and, Discord, of course, has emotional struggle with heckin' being menacing and all that jazz. It's like, there's a connection there, but also tornadoes are kind of like inevitable natural disasters that are kind of chaotic. They pretty much only destroy. It's like, to me, it's like hinting Fluttercord is just this inevitable disaster waiting to happen. I don't know why, but it's like, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's going to die. Yes. Now this one, the next one. This one really confused me at first. I'm like, okay, what is this? At first, I'm like, it kind of looks like Rogar because of the horn. But then I'm like, okay, wait, but Grogar, the pony ears threw me off on the thing. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I don't think it's Grogar. But then I saw the yellow eyes. I'm just like, Discord? But I'm like, no. He has a snaggletooth, and this one doesn't have a snaggletooth. But it's got, like, the snake-like body. So, like, but it's got the color of Grogar. So I'm like, okay, is it Grogar or is it Discord? Make up your mind. So I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Discord did turn into Grogar that one time in the, the season 9 finale. I just spoiled that. I'm sorry. Oh, if you were watching season 9 of My Little Pony at this moment and just didn't see that finale, I'm so sorry. But like, but it was during that time. It was a case of Discord after being reformed. He was helping evil. He had the right intention, but he still technically did an evil deed. So like here, it's like he wasn't trying to be evil or menacing, but ponies kind of saw him in a negative light. Like, they saw him as being menacing. Cool. Now we're on the next one. 3 more, including this one. But we have the kind of this jigsaw puzzle. I love me some jigsaw pubbles. Yeah, pubbles. And like we have Discord and his head just kind of just poked out. There's no puzzle pieces in his brain. So, riddle me this. What is in your head? Yes, correct. It is a pink, blobby brain. Now, what do we know about brains? Brains hold the knowledge. And to me, Discord's head being chopped off by puzzle pieces kind of seems to me that he's missing information. It's like this kind of representation of Discord not having the full picture. He's missing puzzle pieces, and he just doesn't know. Now, to me, I think some of the information he's missing is frankly because we have in episode 2, Discord doesn't really know what Death is planning. So that could be a puzzle piece that is missing. And also some other things which, say it with me, I will get into. And here we have the next one. This one's a little bit crazy. And by crazy, I mean the absolute opposite. I have actually no idea on this one. Out of all the things that I've analyzed during both in the first and second episode, I actually have no clue on this one. Like, literally, absolutely nothing. Why is there just a painting of Discord, being stone? Like, not the one where Discord, not the version where Discord was stone for like 1,000 years. This was the version of Discord being stone that the main 6 put him in. Why specifically that one? Like, seriously. Like, I have nothing for this bad boy. And now for the next. Oh wait, no, that's it. Oh well. Well, there you have it, folks. That's the theory. Discord is actually just dead. He's just dead. Wait, hold on. I need music for this. Let's see here. Generic, sad, music, yeah. Sad, yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Discord's dead. There's no chance. It's just dead. There's no chance for him to come back to life. Fluttercord never would have worked out. Discord just would have been sad for the rest of his life. He would have stayed in limbo. Would have gotten eaten by that creature. and he wouldn't even know what the best plan was. He never would have knew anything. Just so sad. Just so sad. I know this is the most cliche way to end this video, but you just gotta live life to the fullest. You gotta cherish it. You'll never know when you might just bite the dust. Oh, you thought it was done? Bro, I only looked at the paintings, bro. There's still so much. But like, no, I went through both episodes and I took notes like I was studying for a gosh damn test. And I found even more stuff. Oh man, you have no idea. So strap in, baby, because we're about to go even deeper into this rabbit hole. So, the first thing I wanted to do, after looking at the paintings for a little bit, coming up with nothing for the first round of looking at the paintings, pretty much, gathering nothing, I wanted to look at the purple creature, monster that shows up in the episode. Like, you just get this full body shot of him one time. I wanted to look at that. I mean, look at him. He kind of just, he's a normal, terrifying creature. Just a normal little terrifying creature. I mean, look at the guy. I looked at him, I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, he's got big teeth. He's got, a nice little wormhole going on in his mouth. But I'm just like, huh, he has bunny ears. Why does he have bunny ears? So I'm just, went out to my Google Doc, just just typed it out and just put that in note for later. But where do we see this man first appear? Well, we know that he first appears when, Discord's kind of having this, really, serious moment that, really hits hard. And, he's kind of, screaming his heart out, he's getting really emotional. Then he just kind of goes to sleep. And we first see, the first image of this monster while he's just looming over Discord, while he's just sleeping. And then he wakes up. Keep that in mind for later. He sleeps and then he wakes up. But the way he wakes up is that he hears Fluttershy's voice. And that's when he wakes up. So, he wakes up and he sees a butterfly. But butterfly? Why is there a butterfly in limbo? Okay. Okay. So, Discord follows the butterfly, obviously because, it's kind of like Fluttershy. But he loses it after, the butterfly doing this, a sharp kind of corner thing. And, but I would like to point out that the way Fluttershy is kind of portrayed as the butterfly, yes, you're hearing Fluttershy's voice, but what she says doesn't sound urgent. Now, if you've seen The Last Adventure, you would assume that the butterfly would be what Fluttershy would be saying in real time, when Discord's on Sakura's bed or something like that, and Fluttershy's just kind of crying over Discord's body, just trying to get him to wake up. That their love is so powerful that there's just a butterfly manifesting in limbo that just is be like, Discord, get up, you could do it. But that's not really the case here. Hold on. Discord? Did you hear it? It doesn't sound urgent. It just, Discord? Discord? Are you there? It sounds so simple. Which leads me to believe that this isn't actually Fluttershy. To me, it just kind of sounds like a memory of Fluttershy. Just something that is wanted, but is not given. Moving on! Now, we move on to Screwball. Now, when we first see Screwball, she's just kind of waltzing around, just with her big umbrella key, and is humming just a nice little tune. First going through this, I'm just like, subtitles on, what is she humming? And it's kind of weird. Okay, Here's what she says. I'm not gonna play the clip because it's pretty long, but like, oh, I bid farewell to the port and the land, and I paddle away from Equestria's white sand, the search for my long ago forgotten friends, the search for the place I hear all sailors, and as the souls of the dead will live forever in my mind, as I lived all those years that left me behind, I'll stay on the shore but still gaze at the sea. I remember the fallen. Do they think of me? You were sold in the ocean. Together we'll be. Why did I pause? Huh? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What does it mean? So obviously, this just screams being important. Like, you have the theme of it being like kind of sailor, pirate, ocean kind of themed. You know, have the port, land, paddling, sailors, white sand, shore, the ocean, all that stuff. But then you also have stuff like searching for long lost friends, the souls of the dead literally living in, well, it says my mind. I'm not sure if Screwball is quoting that or she actually means her mind in all those years they left her behind and her remembering the fallen. But though they think of her, like, what? Also, soul in the ocean together will be? What do you mean? Is that even a sentence? I don't even know. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really sure what really any of that means so far. Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I'm not sure about that. I couldn't really connect it to really anything. But the main takeaway I took for this is that, okay, there's something important about Screwball. There's something up with Screwball. There's something going on here. Oh, by the way, remember those paintings? That's right! Next one! I neglected to mention a painting. That's right, here we have a blue earth pony with their eyes crossed out with a child with a black freaking permanent ink marker. Evil anime laugh. Ha ha! Okay. Look at the hair. You see the hair? You see the style? Okay? You see it? Now look at this. Crusty little thing. Crusty. See what I'm saying here? Corporate wants you to find the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture. Obviously. I think that's Screwball. I think this is Screwball. Not totally convinced? Well, notice that the eyes are crossed out. What are one of Screwball's defining traits? Her swirly little eyes. Need I say more? Now you're probably saying to yourself, man, did this guy actually even definitely solve anything? Did I say, yes, I did, absolutely, well, probably, most likely. That is, I solved something that, honestly, at first, I thought this one was really going to confuse me for a while, but actually, it wasn't too hard from what anyway, so here we have the character Balloon. Yeah, look at that smug little dude. Now, throughout the episode 2 specifically, he mentions this character named Legs a lot, and first I didn't know who the frick this guy was going to be. I just kind of assumed maybe it'll be a mystery that won't solve. Episode 3 will come around and be like, oh! Then, like, no. So, throughout, like, in the episode, we meet basically a batch of Discord's creations, and a good portion of them were characters that appeared in the season 2 premiere. Balloon from part 1, the ballerina ox lady from the second part of the premiere. You have Screwball, which is also the second part of the premiere. So I wanted to look at specifically the scene, where they have like all these, like, Twilight's, all sad. She's walking to her house, in the background there's all this chaotic stuff going on, like floating pies. You see the first appearance of Screwball in that episode, that one specific scene, and then I'm like, wait a minute. We see these little bunnies running around the screen. And would you look at that? They have ridiculously long legs! Now you may be thinking to yourself, oh, that could have been a coincidence. Au contraire, my friend.
Purple. The others call me Purple. That's my name. We just call ourselves after the first thing we see.
Now you call yourself upon the first thing you see. Now, is it totally unreasonable for me to think that they would name one of the bunnies in that stampede Legs based off probably the first thing you would see? Their long legs. It's their defining feature. But hold on a minute. Now that we've solved who legs is, let's go back a little bit, just a little bit.
Got one.
What kind of pony doesn't give their child a name?
I never had parents.
What? How is that possible?
Purple.
Now, first hearing this again, I'm like, wait a minute. Why are you talking about parents? Like, hold on. You know, Screwball knows that she was created by Discord. She knows that she wouldn't have real parents. So, the way she comes off as like, she says this in a way where she's like, she's sad because, you know, she didn't have parents. But it feels like she's trying to imply that she never met her parents when she knows why that's not the case. Again, you were created by Discord. You wouldn't have parents. You even hum the song Daddy Discord in this episode. I mean, come on, Screwy. What are you talking about? Also, the way, like, Discord, like, kind of pries a little bit more, you know, asking more questions, and Screwy's just like, purple. The others call me Purple. Like, she's trying to avoid Discord asking more questions. She even outright asked Discord to stop asking questions.
So can we please stop with the questions about me?
Oh, it gets better. I have even more to point out about Screwball.
Discord?
Fluttershy?
Discord? Is everything okay?
Oh, yes. Just admiring the artwork. Did you hear another voice, perhaps?
No. What did it sound like?
Again, I would like to point out the way she asked that question. She sounds so intrigued. She sounds worried, like really worried. Like, what voice? What are you talking about a voice? Have you heard a voice? Like, it sounds like, please tell me everything about this voice. I need to know. To me, it just seems like she knows something. She just freaking knows something. Also, throughout episode 2, we see the balloon guy and Discord fight. They kind of, you know, fight it out. You know, they do their little thing. And Screwball is the only one who tries to break them up. Now, you could be like, oh, you know, she cares about Discord, cares about her two little friends. You know, it's all, you know, sweet and it's nice and everything. But, like, hold on a minute. At the end of the episode, we see that the purple monster, this guy, he shows up when the balloon and Discord are fighting. Only when they are fighting. That's the only time the monster shows up and nabs the balloon and just pops him. Now, to me, this implies that Screwball knew this would happen if they continued to fight, then the monster would show up. How would she know this unless she is hiding something? Like, bro. And also, when Discord's creation are describing what life is like to them, Screwball describes life as like a staircase. It's like an endless staircase that is filled with like the choice to either go up or go down, and you can't go back on that choice. And basically, at the end of your life, after climbing so many stairs, you are presented with a door at the end of your life. You have to go through the door, no matter what. Even if you had unfulfilled potential or a lazy life, you still have to go through that door. Where have I seen a door before? Ha ha! I got you! But like, menacing door, menacing red door. This door Screwball has apparently encountered. And apparently Screwball is the only one to come to this door and survive. Huh? What do you mean? Huh? Also, going back to that staircase thing, just going back to that for a little bit of a... There is a specific part of episode 1 where there's a conversation between Death and Discord, and Discord makes this funny little joke about, like, the River of Souls, where, the River of Souls, you're kind of like on a boat with the Grim Reaper, and it's kind of sailing you across some sort of body of liquid. Could be blood, could be water, could be anything. It just has to be a liquid. And Death literally actually just says, oh, the River of Souls? That's actually more like, a staircase. A staircase? What do you mean, a staircase? See, now here I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Does Death have anything else worthy to know? I was going through, and this is the point where I started going through episode 1, and throughout the episode, there's this part where Death talks about 2 bunnies. One of them is named Lancelot. I believe that's his name. I don't know if I don't know if I said the name correctly, but anyway, yeah, let me show a picture. But Death comments on the gray dude. He's like, bro, Lancelot was able to move on. Why can't you move on? So I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm like, okay, that's another bunny. Bringing up another thing about Death, there was a theory that I had at the time that maybe, because, Death is watching and very intrigued to see if Discord would earn his chance to win life back. And there was a time when I was developing this theory, like, okay, maybe Death cheated. Maybe he cheated to the point where that's why Discord failed. I'm just like, no. Not Discord. Death is like fully into the game. Like he wants to see if he has enough willpower to just make it out, and just freaking become alive again. But there's a little scene that kind of
Just not in the mood for jokes. Feels like I've been here for years, despite arriving a few hours ago.
What did you just say? Feels like you've been here for years, even though you've only arrived a couple of hours ago. Alice, I took this literally. This is a scene after. Remember that time where I told you, hey, remember that Discord went to sleep and he woke up to the sound of Fluttershy's voice? I think in that time where Discord fell asleep, he failed the challenge. He failed. He failed at his another chance for life. He woke up literally years later. Years of being dead. Is it unreasonable to believe? Need I say more? Well, yes, I do. Need I say more? I still have some more stuff to say. Going back to that bunny thing. For some reason, there really seems to be a running theme of bunnies. We have Lancelot, the bunny ears on the monster, Legs, who is a literal bunny, and Fluttershy's pet being a bunny, and now we go back to that painting of Fluttershy mourning over a grave. Now, an alternative theory of mine, if Discord wasn't actually the one in the grave, would be Angel Bunny, but it would explain like the kind of running theme of bunnies that maybe Angel died, Fluttershy, kind of mourned over the death of Angel, and that could connect somehow. But what made me immediately debunk that theory is that this is a midquel to the last episode of The Last Adventure, and literally in The Last Adventure, Angel Bunny is there, so it just wouldn't make sense. The timeline would not make sense. And now going back to the other one, the other option would be Screwball. And what made me think that Screwball could be one is that, okay, we have the parents thing. So, like, what if Screwball actually did have parents? Who would they be? Maybe it's Fluttershy. Maybe Fluttershy, is mourning over the death of Screwball. But again, with the timeline, the stuff presented in both The Last Adventure and the 2 episodes of, The Thing, it just wouldn't make sense either. To me, it has to be Discord in that grave. Now, one last thing I want to mention here, Balloon Dude. Now, remember those 2 comments I was talking about at the beginning of the video? Yes, Edward comments this. Imagine being locked in a room with yourself. You might just discover things about yourself you really don't like. Also, be careful what you wish for. Pop. Now, the first thing my eyes gravitated towards was pop. What do you mean, pop? Well, what do balloons do? They pop. So first I'm like, okay, balloon has to be an important part of this, lore. So, and then I'm like, okay. Well, my brain just pieced out. Hold on a sec. Now, first I want to talk about the part where it's just like, be careful what you wish for. Now, this could be just me being lazy, but to me, I'm just like, okay, how does that connect to anything? You know what? I'm just going to assume that it was talking about my reaction, because during my reaction, I'm just like, bro, Balloon kind of sucks. I kind of hate him right now. Let's feed him to the ducks, let the monster kind of take him, And then Edward's just like, be careful what you wish for, because, he did actually bite the dust. Haha, you idiot. So that's what I kind of eventually wrote it off as. I'm pretty sure that's not what it is, but hey, I can be lazy and not understand a thing. Now for the other one. The other one, I think, is a little kind of strong here. Imagine being locked in a room with yourself that you might find things about yourself that you don't really like. I'm just like, okay, wait a minute. So obviously he's talking about Balloon here. And when I really started to look at Balloon's character, I kind of was like, there are some striking similarities between Discord and the Balloon guy. They both miss someone dearly. Balloon misses Legs a lot. Discord misses Fluttershy a lot. And they both kind of become miserable without them. Balloon is literally like Discord before he was reformed, and also without the evil desire to, take over literally everything and just cause chaos. But and plus Discord literally sees perfectly through Balloon's kind of facade. He's able to just know stuff about him that the others don't. And for me, that really speaks a lot. There are also a lot of other dialogue that you can kind of connect Balloon and Discord to, but if I showed every single piece of evidence, this video would be too long, which it already is. So I would just leave this one piece of evidence that to me basically kind of confirms that the Balloon and Discord are connected in at least some way.
Everyone around you, I don't know your problem with me, but you better stop, or these claws will make your head pop.
Oh wait, that's the wrong timestamp. Okay, this is the right timestamp.
You're acting like she's some goddess of redemption. She's just a pony. She's not even your first love. There was also cause.
Don't even.
Ignoring that little flub I had there, playing the wrong part of the video. So Balloon knows about Cosmos. Huh? How would Balloon know about Cosmos? He probably died before he ever saw Cosmos. I mean, Cosmos literally, if you don't know who Cosmos is basically Discord's ex-girlfriend, which is, there's this comic, there's the comic thing, the official MLP comics, they kind of really went into depth with that, and oh my god, that's my favorite part of the comics. It was great, I loved it. So again, how'd you know about that? How'd you know that, Balloon guy? Case closed. Just kidding, case still open. One last thing I want to mention, tea parties. Throughout the episode, there's also kind of a little bit of a theme with tea parties. In the, towards the beginning of the episode, Discord just oh man, supposed to have a tea party with Fluttershy. Ah, shucks. And then you have also, like, Discord has a tea party later in the episode with, his creations. So I'm just like, okay. I feel like there's also some stuff here to do with tea. So there's that. And, one last little thing I want to mention. During the last scene of the first episode, we have Death say this.
In the end, there is no justice. There's only me.
Now, there's two things here. What Death actually says, and also, Fluttershy, you can hear a female voice, you know, accompanying that line. And to me, it sounds kind of like Fluttershy's voice. Now, let's analyze the line. You know, there is no justice. To me, that kind of seems like, even though Discord has reformed, and, you know, he has basically wanted to become a good person, or a good creature, and he kind of does that, there still is no justice. Because he never really gets... Well, he does get punished, but after he reforms, he never really gets punished for the stuff he does after that. You know, he helped T-Rex. He posed as Grogar. He never gets punished for that. There's no justice for that. And I also think that the fact that it is a little bit unfair that he just died and he didn't really get the life he deserved, it was a little unfair. But hey, there's no justice for that. Again, there's no justice here. Fluttershy was literally the only... To me, it feels like it was the only character who, like, truly, really cared about him. It was, like, the only way of getting justice. And, yeah. Oh, and one last thing. Wait a minute. That was the last thing. Oh my god, wait a minute. That's everything. I made it to the end of the theory. Wait a second, I need music for this. Let's see, generic... victory music. I spelled it right this time. Generic. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's do this one. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this one. Yeah. Yeah. I did it. So what have we learned today, class? Well, from what I could gather from the 2 episodes that I've analyzed, Discord is completely dead and is unable to gain a single chance of living after, you know, he sleeps in limbo, wakes up. Screwball is suspicious and knows something that we as the audience don't know and could possibly be connected to Death based on that, you know, Stiar Casey thing. I'm not too sure about that. Balloon is kind of just like the unreformed part of Discord, meant to like really like, kind of develop Discord as a character here and the story. And there seems to be a running bunny theme. And also, I'm tired as freak after doing all that theory crafting stuff. And, but you know what? It was quite a bit of fun. I've never done a video like this. Technically, this also was the first script. Yes, I wrote a whole entire script for this. I was not just rambling on like a maniac like my normal videos. I did technically write a script for a G5 video, but one, that script really wasn't for a video of mine, and two, the video that script was going to appear in, it never really happened. And I'm also not gonna lie to you, I spent like 2 to 3 hours in one sitting writing this whole entire script, and yeah, I'm pretty freaking nutters. It was honestly pretty cool. But, you know, gazing at the screen right now, and you're either screaming at me like, you know, you're either screaming that you're a crazy person, or you're screaming like, oh my god, he's an actual genius. Whatever you think, go brag to your friends how you watched a 44-minute plus video to your friends and all that jazz. Make sure to check out The Last Adventure by Vika and the actual series. If you watch this whole entire thing without seeing the series, you're probably very confused right now. I don't blame you. Why did you even... Seriously, why did you watch this video if you did not watch the thing? You're stupid. And, but yeah. Great series. Both are great series. This has been an instructional video with Mr. MLP, and I wish you all a good night.